So we're making sure we're ready for winter and planning for the worst. But even as we plan for the worst, I strongly believe we should also hope for the best. That means looking ahead with optimism, now extending our plan to lift the remaining national measures which have restricted our lives since March, so we can get back to something closer to normal life. Now, I must stress the timetable I am about to set out is conditional. It is contingent on every one of us staying alert and acting responsibly. It relies on our continued success in controlling the virus, and we will not proceed if doing so risks a second peak that would overwhelm the NHS. Nonetheless, it is important to give people hope and to give business confidence. So, in England, from today, we are making clear that anybody may use public transport, while of course encouraging people to consider alternative means of transport where they are available. From the 25th of this month, July, we've already committed to reopening indoor gyms, pools and other sports facilities. From the 1st of August, we will update our advice on going to work. Instead of government telling people to work from home, we're going to give employers more discretion and ask them to make decisions about how their staff can work safely. That could mean, of course, continuing to work from home, which is one way of working safely, and which has worked for many employers and employees. Or it could mean making workplaces safe by following COVID-secure guidelines. Whatever employers decide, they should consult closely with their employees and only ask people to return to their place of work if it is safe. As we reopen our society and economy, it's right that we give employers more discretion while continuing to ensure that employees are kept safe. Also, from the 1st of August, we will reopen most remaining leisure settings, namely bowling, skating rinks, casinos, and we will enable close contact services, beauticians to resume. Nightclubs, soft play areas sadly need to remain closed for now, though this will be kept under review. We will restart indoor performances to a live audience, subject to the success of pilots, and we will also pilot larger gatherings in venues like sports stadia with a view to a wider reopening in the autumn. We will also allow wedding receptions for up to 30 people. All of these measures for the 1st of August should be done in a COVID-secure way. In September, schools, nurseries and colleges will be open for all children and young people on a full-time basis as planned. And universities are also working to reopen as fully as possible. From October, we intend to bring back audiences in stadia and to allow conferences and other business events to recommence. Again, these changes must be done in a COVID-secure way, subject to the successful outcome of pilots. Throughout this period, we will look to allow more close contact between friends and family where we can. It is my strong and sincere hope that we will be able to review the outstanding restrictions and allow a more significant return to normality from November at the earliest, possibly in time for Christmas. At all times, we will continue to work with the devolved administrations in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland to support and care for those at risk, wherever they live in the UK. We've said that the shielding programme for those most at risk in England, the clinically extremely vulnerable, will be paused at the end of this month. We will stay constantly vigilant and be sure to restart shielding at any point if required. Now, I know some will say this plan is too optimistic, that the risks are too great and that we won't overcome the virus in time. And of course, if they are right in saying that, and we cannot exclude that they are, let me reassure them and reassure you that we will not hesitate at any stage to put on the brakes. From May the 11th onwards, this plan has been conditional, and it remains conditional. But if we continue to pull together, as we have done so far, I know we can beat this virus. Hoping for the best, but planning for the worst. And it's in that spirit that we must carry on waging this long, hard fight against coronavirus. And I'll now hand over to Dido.